Hey guys, this is Kim with the hashtag project. I'm here today with tag number 6. This is a mostly white tag with a little bit of red accent and some baker's twine and a small charm. So I'll share with you how we plan to put this tag together, and hopefully you'll have some fun with it. So let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to find in your kit is the white tag, just plain white tag. You'll also see in your kit a smaller piece of white cardstock that we're going to place over top of that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, both sides are white, so it doesn't really matter, but get some of the dots, the glue dots that we put in your envelope. And what I did was just place some around just to kind of give this a little height. So I put one in each corner. And this video is going to take a minute to get through because there's a lot of smaller pieces on this tag. So I do hope you have some fun with it. I hope everybody's doing well. And I'm sure everybody's kind of gearing up for the weekend. So I hope you can have some time to do some crafting over the weekend or something that you enjoy, or just relax. You know, if you're working or if you have children, you don't get to do that much. So, or no matter what you have going on, I know we have a tendency to kind of push ourselves. So take some time for yourself. All right, so we got one in each of the corners. Now we're just going to put one kind of in the middle on each side. So these are self-adhesive, the ones that are included. So just make sure, and you just need to pop those on. They hold pretty well. I didn't add any glue to the other tags that I had done previously, and they haven't come off yet without extra glue. So, all right, so we're ready to put this piece on. So just kind of center that, and I'm going to try to do the best I can with working around the camera. Hopefully that's about center. And just kind of press down on those dots and just kind of snug that up a little bit. Not exactly center, but not too far off, so hopefully that's okay. Then the next thing we're going to want to do is add our red ribbon. So you should have in your kit for this tag this little bag, and included in this bag is a little bit of the baker's twine, the red ribbon, and there's enough in there to do both this piece and this piece down the middle, and a charm. It may not be this exact charm, but we did include a charm. So next thing we're going to want to do is, now this one does not have a hole at the top because we put the hanger on the side. So the hanger is going to be on the left if you're alternating your numbers, left or right, and then the number is going to be on the right. So we'll go ahead and get this glued down in the middle, just like that, over the whole thing. We're just going to glue it down across the entire surface, and then we're going to layer it up some more. So let's measure how much we need. That'll make it a whole lot easier. And I'm going to go over that just a little bit, because that top piece is not exactly straight. I think my scissors have glue on them. And I'm going to put my glue on the ribbon. Just so make sure I get that where I want it to be. And again, just eyeball it. Try to get it kind of center of the tag. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is place, we have this little pom-pom trim, and I'm just going to place that kind of towards the bottom. That'll help us kind of center everything up, the rest of the items that we have. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. I kind of know where I want to put that. Adds, you know, a pretty good amount of glue. Whoops. It is a little heavier, a little bulkier, so it may take a little extra glue to make sure that stays on. And you may have to trim that off. What I tried to do was just kind of go across the top. Since this is going across the entire piece, just go take the pom-pom from one side of this raised piece to the other side of the raised piece. So we're going to give that just a minute to adhere so we don't pull it off when we're trying to cut it. And then work to just let that dry a minute. And then the next step, what I did was take I crisscrossed this over, and I'm just going to take a little bit of red thread and a ribbon or a needle and put that through the back so I can get my little dangle, my little charm on there. Just kind of keep your needle through is the easiest thing I found, and get your needle through there to hold him on. And I have a little snowman. And then just kind of go over the top of the charm just to catch it, and back down through the trim. And I would do that, you know, probably 2 or 3 times, because the charms are not really light. They are a little heavy. So just make sure that we get that good and snug. Whoops. And then we'll tie that off on the back, and it'll dangle a little, not a lot, but some. And that's a little bigger needle than I normally use, but only one I could find for some reason. Okay. And then we'll just make another knot. We'll need this needle and thread in a bit. Not on this one, but on another one. So I'll just get that ready to go again. So there's our little tag holder, if you will. And he'll go right up there to the top. So we'll give that a minute. Just lay that to the side for just a minute. Now the gifts, the little packages that we have on here, this large package, if you can see it, this one up here, is 2.5 inches long and 1 3/4 inches tall. So we'll go ahead and cut our tag to fit that. Let me grab my ruler. So 2.5 inches tall, and you can, whatever, I'm not exactly sure what's on each of the embossed pieces, but depending on what you want on there, I think I'm going to go with this top part here. So 1 3/4 inches. Actually, that's not 1 3/4. Sorry. That's 1.5. 1.5. So, my apologies. Right? Good grief. No, not 1.5. Not quite 1.5. And I'm not good with a ruler, so I'm not sure exactly what that is. It is, we're just going to say 1.5 for ease of measuring here, because it won't matter. It'll just be a little bit bigger than we planned on it being, but I still think it's cute. I'm terrible at that. So, and then 2.5 inches long, and I know that's true. So this is the best way that I find to kind of measure these out. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now let's just make sure the bottom one is 1.5 by 1 3/4. So 1.5 and 1 3/4. That give us enough. Not 1.5. 1 1/4. Oh my goodness, I'm terrible at this. So 1 1/4 by almost 1 3/4. So we definitely have enough of this here. And then we definitely have enough down at the bottom. So, okay, that'll work. So, sorry about that. All right, so I'm just going to take my scissors and kind of eyeball that to get it cut the size I need. Also, I would save this, any scrap pieces that you have. You might save it because I thought of an idea to use on tag number 7. And we just need a little bitty piece of scrap paper. And this embossed paper makes a really cute piece of scrap for what we need it for. So if you want to just keep just a little small piece of it, that'd be good. All right, so here is the first little gift that we have. And basically what I did on there was just tie some of this twine around it and make a bow. And it doesn't want to hold still. So that's where somebody else helping would come in nicely. Otherwise, just keep working with it. And you can probably do this better than I can. We just get a little bow made. Whoop. All right. Kind of center that up. And then we'll cut that off. I would like to get one of those over to one side, but it's not, I don't think it's going to cooperate. So that's fine. And then the next piece that we cut, let's just go ahead and get the little gifts ready. The next piece is 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. One 3/4 long. And then we have 1 1/4 tall. And again, you can use more of this if you want to. If you want to make your gifts, you know, about the same, that's fine too. Totally up to you how you use that piece of embossed paper. And again, I'm going to keep that little piece of scrap. So when we do tag number 7, I have a little bit of an idea we can use for that. Okay. right, now on this one, let's see, we're going this direction. And so basically this one I just tied at the top so it kind of sticks up here at the top. And again, it's a little fiddly. So just kind of do the best you can getting it tied. Doesn't have to be tight. It's not really going to go anywhere because when we put those pop-up dots on the back, it's not really going to be able to move much. Okay. So I just kind of pinch it a little bit. I want it to stand up a little. So it looks like the bow's at the top instead of on the side of the package. All right. So that's what we have so far. And we are going to, let's see which direction, this way. So then we're going to take some pop-up dots and we're going to give that a little height. As you can kind of see, this one has some dots, has a lot of dots on it, so it kind of gives it some layering effect. So on this one, we're just going to put some in on each corner. Actually come in just a little bit on that side, on this right side when it's facing you, because we want to keep it over the top of this other white piece that we put on. I know it's kind of hard to see. Let's see, do I have anything? Let me use this. So you can see that there's this white piece and then there's this white piece. So we want to kind of keep it over onto that. We want to let it hang over, but in order to keep it so it hangs over, just make sure your dots are on that side of it. Okay. And then again on this side, we want to keep those dots in just a little bit more than on the other, on the left. I'm going to scoot that one over just a hair. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so then you can just kind of place it wherever you want to. Keeping in mind that we have this other little piece that we want to put on, which is here. And we want to put our charm at the top and then our number. So I'm going to put it right about there. Nope. I want it to hang over a little bit. I want it to go all the way across both pieces of white. So I'm going to make sure we've got everything on there. Okay. So, and we do. So I don't know if you can see that, but we've got the dots that are inside there that are not hanging off the edge. And then we've got these dots that are adhered as well. So next step. Now this piece, we want to kind of go over the bow a little bit. And in order to make that extra pop up, we need to add one dot at this right corner, top right corner. And then we're going to add 2 dots to the other 3 corners just to kind of offset that height adjustment of this first gift. So this top corner here, 1 dot. I have to keep showing myself what I'm supposed to be doing. And then all the other 3 corners, we're going to do 2 dots. And hopefully that makes sense, what I'm trying to do here. My instruction, I hope, makes sense. I think this little tag is a lot of fun. Well, I think they're all fun. I think some of them are, you know, just require a little more attention. We've tried to add different elements to each one of them, so hopefully you enjoy working with these. Please do leave us some feedback on how you feel about them, if you like them. If you feel like that we could do something different, you know, we may offer these next Christmas, next holiday season. So if there's something different we could do, yeah, please share your feedback. So this one, you're just going to kind of want to overlap the bow a little bit, go all the way to the edge of this, and just kind of push down on your glue dots. And then we kind of get this layering effect. Now I'm going to flip this over and go ahead and cut off the extra that I have. Well, I can actually do it from this side because I don't want it to go all the way to the edge. All right, now. Okay, so also this little piece of Christmas, if you want to ink it up, you're welcome to do that. I like this tag just plain white, and I'm not sure if I can straighten this up a little bit, but if yours is not exactly straight, you want to straighten that up. I may make mine worse, I'm not sure. And then, you know, you don't want it too wide, so you might want to take off a little on the side. That is definitely not straight. And I definitely cannot talk and cut at the same time. Okay. All right, so we're going to add a dot to each side of this. You don't have to add one in the middle because the ribbon kind of helps hold it up. Or I don't feel like that you do. If you want to, feel free. Just remove those little covers, and they want to stick. Okay, now I just kind of do that sideways. Again, you can do it straight, you can do it this way if you choose to. I'm going to do it this way, just I don't have a reason, just because. So there's not really a reason why. All right, so we're getting there. Then the last piece that we have, actually I want to trim off this ribbon, straighten it up a little bit. And then the last thing that we have to add is our little charm topper. And I would just take some glue and glue that on. And again, you want to get enough glue on there to hold it because it's a little heavy. with that charm on there. Give that a minute to dry, and then we have our number that we need to put on here, so we know that that's day number 6. I like these because they go pretty fast, so if you don't have a lot of time to craft, you can still do something each day and not have to spend a lot of time on it. And again, if you kind of put your hand over that glue likes the warmth from your hands, and it'll adhere a lot quicker. So what I do at the top, instead of putting it on the tag or the little number, is just kind of put it in the corner up here. Otherwise, I don't know about everybody else, but what I do is get way too much glue on my number, and then I have a lot of glue on the back. So this one, I kind of tuck it underneath this piece of white cardstock a little bit. And I obviously work on a little bit of an angle. I think every one of my videos have been a little bit on an angle. So put that number on there. You can scoot it over if you don't want it on the ribbon. All right. And there we have tag number 6. Whoops, a little too high. So I hope you enjoy making this one. This one I like a lot. I like the simplicity of it, but you still get a little pop of red. So I hope you enjoy it. And again, please do leave us some feedback on these. Good or bad, we want to know. This is something that we just did this year, so we hope that you are enjoying them. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.